Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Gold Mining Simulator. I'm gonna be here a minute because I'm waiting for this to fill up again. As you may or may not recall, I let it run out because I'm an idiot. But we're gonna let time pass here for a moment as I sip from my tea and try and not bang it too loudly against my desk. Because in a few moments, the end of day screen will pass, and I want to see how much gold we actually owe on this rent. Because we've gotten pretty lucky finding, I think it was 12 ounces, like all 12 of those ounces we found while using the excavator. And I'm going to need money. Alright, wait for it to kick over. Alright, we paid almost 2 ounces of rent. Okay, cool. So, I'm going to wait until this fills up, and then I will be right back. So, as you may or may not have noticed, we're no longer near the water tank. I decided to run over here, and we will smelt what gold we can, because I can run over here and show you. I want to buy from the shop the fuel tank, and I'm hoping the 5 ounces we get will be able to cover that and then some. If not, I can always sell a little more. But I will be back when our gold bar is ready, because there's no reason for, well, it's only a minute long, about a minute. I could have run over to the shop, and by the time I ran back, it would have been done. Huh. Oh. Give me the ball. Oops. Oh, we're almost done. Cool. And now? How about now? Now. Alright, that is 5.4 ounces. We'll go run to City Hall and sell that. Because I want to get that fuel tanker and fill it up with as much diesel as I can, because that'll make operating that excavator so much easier, and it will make filling up everything over there easy as well. Oh, Glenn, I have gold. Luckily, we don't have to worry about traffic around here. I think that's enough for the diesel tank. If not, I can tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm gonna smelt the rest of this gold and sell that bar, and then we'll get the diesel tank. So, I will be back shortly. Alright, we got a 3.5 ounce gold bar. We banged up the trailer a little bit, but it's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine and dandy. And we're going to go sell this, fill this up with as much diesel as we can. Just leave the engine running, it's fine. We're not going to be very long. So there we go. I don't think I'm going to put $5,600 worth of diesel in here, but first we'll top off the truck, and then we'll put as much diesel as we can in the trailer. Because truck's about half. Not quite. Come back here, you. It's too far. Okay, hold on. Alright, here we go. Now we can put some in there. Oh, cool. We don't actually spend every single dollar we own. We'll just drop that. It'll go back into the thing. See, there's a little notification that it went back into the thing. We got a full fuel tank. We can go top off the excavator and get back to work. And by the time we get back... the water tank should be full. And we can get back to digging up dirt. Jeez, this thing gets squirrely when I have that much weight behind me. I opted not to do a video on Monday. This is going up Tuesday because I have a kind of a special video for Wednesday in mind, and I'm hoping that I get done with work early enough Tuesday that I can devote the proper amount of time to said video. Okay, hold on. There is a story piece. I think there's 3 or 4 around here. So there's one. I think it's over here. Yep, there it is. There's 2 more on the other side, if I remember right. It's actually... Where do I... whatever. I don't have to turn my lights on, it's just easier for me to see, along with you guys to see, but... I can drive in the dark. Truck driver experience does that. But I know there's one here. There's another one. I don't think there's a... Oh, yep, there it is. And then there's one... We should have done this before going to buy the diesel. We would have saved us 1%. Okay. How do I bring up the journal? Because I don't... Backpack? Oh, look at that journal. Stories. Factory. Wait, no, I want stories. I'm missing one at Old Arnold somewhere. I think the blacksmith one's good. Native Village, Claps Road, Rivertown Hotel. There's one more here at the factory somewhere. No, there's 2 more. Okay. I know there's one over here. Somewhere on this fence line. Aha! Yep. And there's one more. I think I already got this one, yeah. I forget exactly where it is. Probably should have skipped this part. Aha! There we go. That's all those journal pieces. Alright. Let's get back to the claim. Alright, we're back at the claim. Water tank is full. Go ahead and shut you down. I need you in here. And since we're here, go ahead and top you off. Because we're going to need this topped off anyways. I like how it says that I can put it back into the tank. That's funny. Alright. Let's get this fuel tank over there. And then we'll go put this fuel tank somewhere else for a little while. I hope that's close enough. That should be close enough. Alright. Oh, it's going to take a lot of fuel. How much fuel? A lot of fuel. I'll probably time-lapse this. Because I learned how to time-lapse. Yeah, we didn't really go far. Please tell me you're not just gonna fly off the handle. Okay, good. Oop. Now let's get the water. We've wasted so much time with just getting set up. But this is what happens. I swear I know how to drive. Okay, so that's not gonna work. We're gonna have to hit this at a different angle. I've hit trailers at 90-degree angles before. It's not fun, nor is it good, but it is definitely not one of those things that is encouraged. But it is something that you can do. Let's pet Dozer. Give him some food. There's a good boy. And now we can run this water tank over. Ooh. Come on, baby. I believe in you. How do I lock the diffs? I don't need to lock the diffs. That should be good. And then we take this and we put it there. We put that in there. So she's got water now. Let's go ahead and punch that up. Does not technically have water because we turned it off. Alright, there we go. And hopefully, if I turn this off, it stops pulling water out of that. So we'll find that out real fast. Okay, you're done. Switch you off. Are you still pulling water? No. Okay, good. All right. Dang it. Okay. Well, that's a thing that happened. Let's see here. What is... I guess it just doesn't like me when I try to do too much. But this will probably be a nice little time-lapse thing. So, see you guys when well, we'll just see. Alright, that should be good enough to fill this bucket. Definitely, because we're at 95% on the top part, and this bucket's almost at max. So, we'll just let this run for a minute. We did get that 3.5 ounce nugget though, so that was nice. That was a nice find. Still do not have the magnetite separator yet, so... But that'll be our next purchase. So, back into the trenches we go. Oops. Alright. Let's run this bucket full. Or this hopper full. Let's see what a full bucket gets us. While that's doing that, top that off. And that's fine. We... Okay, we're going to get at least 10%. That's not nice. That's nice. That's fine. 12% maybe? Hey. Alright. Let's get back into that hole. Oops. Double oops. Alright. Run it again. And this time we're not wasting just gallons and gallons of water. Probably should not leave the excavator bucket right there. And there was no particular reason I picked this spot. I just went up to where there was plenty to dig from, and we're just digging here. Because no renting and no leasing means I don't get a drill machine. I'd have to buy it, and that thing is a lot. Now, if I had the DLC for the mini machines, the mini drill, which is basically just a glorified... It's a bobcat with a drill attachment. You'd see construction crews using them probably. That's neat. I like that. But it shiz what it shiz. So we're just kind of doing some blind dig work, and it's panning out so far. Well, we'll know for certain once we run these 2 buckets. If I could just, learn to control this excavator a little bit better. I have the least amount of experience with an excavator, because I normally would just hang out in the hog pen area and just dig that to my heart's content. But, we actually want to make some money, so... This is how we do it. At least this is how we start doing it. I will have to sell this eventually to get a bigger excavator. Because this little one, as cheap and as good as it is, cannot lift the equipment for the tier 3. At least I don't think it can. And I'm not about to buy stuff to just find out. I could probably do an experiment in my own time, but... Let's see, can I just take off this surface dirt? I can. Cool. Surface dirt probably doesn't have anything worthwhile, but it's dirt. Yeah, we'll just... There we go. Now we can actually see all our numbers and such. That's a little bit of a hole. Hopefully we'll actually get some decent gold from this. I know this is like one of the worst gold return devices in the game, but we're processing way more dirt. So it kind of balances out ever so slightly. But we'll make it work. Woohoo! Another nugget. That should hopefully be enough to fill this up. Oh, we're just shy. Drop just one little dirt blob. There we go. And run it. So we've already run through 600 gallons. Not surprising, but hopefully like this we can actually run like a whole lot more before I gotta go fill this thing back up again. Since we got this running and I got a full bucket, alright. Let's get some more dirt. This starter's gonna be worked overtime, I tell you what. Uh-oh. There we... Ah, dang it. Alright, let's try that again. This time with slightly less fail, hopefully. I do love the music in this game. It's so chill. Get that angle. Oh, that's an angle. I have all these buckets, and I'm really only using one at a time. I saw a guide one time. It was talking about how to do well in hard mode. And they had recommend you dig out the entire hog pen area. And I was like, it would take me so many hours to dig out that whole area. And I've done that before. I've dug out the whole thing before. Barely any dirt in that. It's something. Another nugget. All right. Ooh, don't you do that. I need you to not freak out, excavator, please. How are we looking on water? Not quite at the halfway point. But we're getting there. Probably one or two more fill-ups ought to do it. I wonder how close we're going to get to full. Probably 90%. $91. Hey. Ooh. Yeah, let's go a little bit further this way. And I can still tip in there, right? Should be able to. No, I'm gonna have to get closer. Well, that was a poor bucket, but... Oh no, it's raining. Hey, another 2-ounce nugget. This thing's gonna wear out faster in the rain. All right. Full bucket. And then I need you to go here, go in there. And let's see what we get. And while that works, let's go ahead and top off yield generator again. It's not like we don't have enough fuel. I should get a second hose, that way I can just hook both of these up and not worry about it. That's what I should have done when I was in the store. Oh well. Survey says just shy of 14 ounces. That's what I'm talking about. D-Rocker available for sale at a 26% discount. That's nice. Alright, let's start here. We'll start up with the next. I'll put a bucket in there, good. Oops. Oh well. We overfilled it slightly, but that's fine. She'll still process. Where's that water tower at? I think it's over here. much is this water tower again? 150 grand? Yeah, 150 grand. Oof. And I'll be okay. That, I believe, if I remember correctly, is for the big orange beast. Which is something we will probably never use. Because A, I don't have that DLC. And B, it's probably not something that's in line with what I'd want to do. But you never know. I may buy a DLC one day and just decide we're going to do stuff with it. But yeah, Wednesday, which is Christmas Eve, will be the last episode of Trading Card Game Card Shop Simulator. Not because of any particular reason, it's just I'm kind of bored of the game. And it'll be the 25th episode on December 25th. It just kind of lines up real nice like. And so we'll go ahead and call that series for now. Oh goodness. She getting squirrely. I don't like it when she gets squirrely. Messes up all my alignments and things. Of course, I have very little knowledge of what I'm doing when it comes to operating an excavator. It is a tracked vehicle, and I am not an expert when it comes to tracked vehicles. I can operate them, I can drive them. I'm not certified, and all my experience is mediocre at best. But I do know how to move them. I'm just not used to using a mouse and keyboard to do it. Be better if I had twin sticks, but you make do with what you got. We will probably keep going until I get another full bucket or we run out of water, which is probably we're going to run out of water first. And then I'll have to hook it up again and go fill it up again, and I need to go to the store and buy hoses. I need another big hose, and I need another... Oops. I need another big hose, and I need another... I hate how R is the button that extends the arm out, because it's right next to E, and I'm always hitting E by accident. It's starting to make me angry. But that's just because I'm bad at the game. It's not the game's fault. I could change the controls. But I don't know what else I would bind it to. Just don't be bad at the game, Brandon. There's a thought. Don't be bad at the game. Please stop. The physics in this game. It's making me nervous. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. It is not liking how I'm digging this. That's okay. It doesn't have to like it. It just has to do it. Hey, almost 4-ounce nugget. That's nice. We really hit some good pay dirt here. And we just hit a blind spot too, and this is probably not even a good spot. You're losing pay dirt. Yeah. We lost it like a percentage. Which water are we at? Eh. I could definitely set up in a better place. That's for darn certain. But we are here. And it's been about an hour of recording. We still got a whole day left. We still got half a day 4 left to do. Probably should have done... Oop. I'm daydreaming over here. Probably should have done more jump cuts. Quit it. She's getting angry with me, boss. I want to try and get one more bucket before we call this episode. So, but I also don't want to entirely just jump until the next bucket's ready. But that's probably what I'll do in the next episode, is probably stick with the jump cuts because they're easier to do, because I mapped a pause key to pause recording to do jump cuts so much easier. Quit it. Just jumping around because you don't like the physics. You're losing pay dirt. I know. It's alright. It's gonna be okay. If this bucket gets to 50%, we'll go ahead and pour it, process it, and call it an end of the episode today so that I can off screen go refill that, refill the excavator, and maybe go do some gold stuff. 27%. Alright. We should have just enough to process that. How much did that bucket give us? 3.5 ounces. That's what we were getting on a good day in the hog pan. Alright. So what I will do is... Oops. What I will do is, in the meantime... hook this bad boy back up. I will refill everything. Go refill that. I need to refill the excavator, don't I? Wrong button. Let's see here. How much fuel am I at? It hasn't hit the low fuel mark yet, so... But we're getting awfully close. Can that reach? That can't reach all the way over here. There's no way. Might help if I turn... There we go. I'll refill this, I'll refill the water, and I'll meet you guys back at the gold place. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Last episode of Trading Card Game Card Shop Simulator will be Wednesday, December 25th, or Wednesday, December 24th, which is Christmas Eve. I would not put out a video on Christmas. That would just be dumb. Make sure to read your Bible, say your prayers. Don't forget, God is always with you. Toodles.